What kit have you got in Gozo then?
Nothing in Gozo. No?
Nothing there. No. I know sometimes you leave it there.
It's only doing once a year. So.
Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome to this month's Ask the Experts live Q&A. I'm here with Dave and we have just been chatting about where we're heading off to in not so long time, because that video that was just on then was from the Maldives, and on Saturday Dave and I are lucky enough to be flying out to the Maldives. So behind us there is the lovely sea in the Maldives.
Great.
And we're leading a liveaboard trip for a week, as long as nothing happens between
ceasefire.
Nothing happens between now and Saturday morning, then by Sunday morning we should be looking at that beautiful blue sea. So we are super excited to be heading out on that one. Looking forward to it, Dave.
Massively after the winter we've had. That's fantastic. Yeah,
we've got a lovely group going out. We did our Q&A session with them on Monday evening, just talking over last minute questions that they had, and everyone is really excited to be heading out, and probably not quite as much as us, really. I think we're probably more excited. So, and then we've got a Toop Cow trip heading out this weekend as well. So good luck to those guys that are heading out to Toop Cow. And then I get back from the Maldives, and then I'm heading out to Ecuador and the Galapagos.
And I'm back a week, and then I'm off to Nepal doing the Annapurna circuit for 3 weeks.
So it's busy couple, and then we're back.
And then we're back a week, and then we're in Spain doing the adventure week.
So so really busy. I mean, but before you know it, it's the middle of June, and we haven't even got into May yet. And
hopefully no divorces on the horizon.
Wow, I'm still hoping. If you're watching, give us a hello in the comments. Lindsay's got fingers crossed as well, because she's joining us in the Maldives on Saturday. So we are the same as you, Lindsay. Fingers crossed that we are going to be going, and there's going to be no issues. If you've got any questions on any of our trips, then please do put them in the comments. We are monitoring the comments as we go. And like I said, if you are watching, give us a hello, give us a wave, tell us where you're watching from. There he is. Look, we knew Tom would come up and say hello. Hope you're well, Tom. Can't wait to send you some photos from the Maldives, because you will be missing out, I'm afraid, sir. And I know you've already done it and you've been to the Maldives, but I think you're gonna have a bit of FOMO. I think you're gonna be sat at home, not wanting to.
What's happening, man?
Not wanting to look at socials, but we are both fine. Thanks for asking, Tom. Big week for the Bucket List Company this week. It is National Bucket List Day on Friday, so we will be having a nice little sale on Friday on our 2026 and 2027 dates. So if you're still looking for a trip in 2026, then there will be some opportunity for you to get a discount there. And if you haven't booked a trip or enough trips for some of you guys in 2027, then there'll be some deals on 2027 dates as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that on Friday. That will be all over socials. And the sale only lasts for National Bucket List Day. So the offer will only be on for Friday. So don't think, I'll hang around and wait for the weekend, because the offer won't be on the weekend. And then also on Friday, I am launching a new trip that I have been working on over the past couple of weeks.
Is that one for me?
No, it's not for you, actually, I'm afraid. Our Best of South Africa trip is launching on Friday. That one we are not launching until 2020, or the trip will be in 2028. I know quite a few people who are interested in that trip have already got booked up for 26 and 27. So we've put that one out to interest some of you that may be watching now. Brilliant itinerary. Obviously, South Africa is a big place.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm fortunate enough to have 2 South Africans in the team.
Yeah.
So they've advised on the itinerary and what they think would make a best of South Africa trip. And we are starting off in Johannesburg, then making our way down to Kruger for a safari, and then coming all the way down the south coast and finishing in Cape Town. I know a few people mentioned about doing the cage shark diving off Cape Town, so that has been added as an optional extra. And then also as well, a few people have asked about flying up to Victoria Falls afterwards and finishing with that. And rather than adding that into the South Africa itinerary, we've done that as an add-on. So you can bolt that on to the end of your trip if you've never been and you want to go and do it. So
fantastic.
That launches on Friday as well. There is going to be a deal on that one for the first 8 people, I think, who book onto that one. There is going to be a promo code for that one as well. Sure. So you will get a nice sizable discount if you're the first 8 to get booked on. So obviously the emails will be going out over the next couple of days about that launch. And also more information about the National Bucket List Day as well. But I will say one thing, that it is for 2026 and 2027 dates, it will be the most money we have ever discounted on those trips. So if you are thinking of booking a trip, then that is the day to get your trip booked and get sorted. So have you packed for Maldives yet?
Tomorrow. I've got stuff spread all over the bedroom floor, but actually it's not a lot of it's not like going to Nepal, is it? There's no bobble hat, there's no big coat, there's nothing. No, it's which t-shirt should I put in? And what shorts?
And have you got your suntan cream?
Yeah. I've got my Reef Safe suntan cream.
Yeah, that's it.
All good. Yeah.
I've had new parcels arriving. Like, in fact, my office is looking a bit like there's some
Gear Central
there.
Yeah.
So, but if you've never done a liveaboard before and you don't know what a liveaboard is, basically it's a large boat.
Lovely boat.
The boat we're taking on this one is 35 meters, sleeps 18 guests, and then you've got the crew as well on the boat. We've got 17 dives included in the week, and we'll be headed round the central Maldives area. We've got night dive included in that. Obviously, we are catered for on the boat the whole time. We've also got a dory, a small boat, called what they call a dory, that's going to follow us along, and that's going to be our dive boat that we dive off. So that's our wet boat, and then our liveaboard boat, it then becomes our dry boat that we stay dry on.
It's like a mini boutique hotel on water, isn't it? Yeah. When you look at the rooms, the cabins are gorgeous, aren't they?
And they're big, and you know, all en suite with a door that opens out. So
a lovely bar and dining area. And
bar? Did you say bar?
Yeah, did I say a bar?
And so we're really looking forward to that. And then there's I'm extending then with 5 or 6 others who are then going to go and stay on one of the islands for another 4 nights just to finish the trip off with. You're going to be bringing those back.
Yes,
and then
getting ready for my next one.
I'm gonna take one for the team, stay out there, and make sure that the cocktails are of good enough standard for them.
Yeah, for the next time. Yeah,
and then I might even do a bit more diving. Like that's
after 70.
Yeah, I know. Wow. I haven't been to this island before.
No.
The normal island that we normally stay on, that's being refurbed. So this is a different island we're going to. So it's not like I can say I've done even if I just go and do the house reef in just didn't see what that one's like.
A bit of snorkeling for a change. Float about a bit.
So really looking forward to it. Apologies for anyone going to be on our socials over the next 7 days next week, because you probably are going to be spammed a little bit with
lovely pictures,
with some pictures. So well, I'm really looking forward to that one. Is that the trip you're looking forward to most? You're coming up?
Yeah, I think so. This I mean, there's some great trips always, but this is special. It feels like, really, to me, it feels like a one-off, Keith. It just feels so out there.
Well, I think that's it, isn't it? Like we did say right at the very start of this, when we put this liverboard on, that this isn't going to be a yearly trip.
No.
I think a lot of people, like when I came up with it, I mean, I actually thought about it when I was in the Maldives and booked the boat whilst I was over there. And I kind of already knew, really, like who would want to who was going to book on it, and I was pretty right with most people that are on it. So I think they're probably not going to want to go and do it again. I'm not saying we'll never do a Maldives liverboard again. I think maybe in a couple of years' time we might do another one, but I think like maybe we'll look at like the Red Sea next or something like that. Where
it just feels very special, this one. And knowing our bucket listers, and we have lots of them, the ones, I'm the same. I had a view who might sign up for it, and excellent, really, it's almost like a reward to all of us. I know we've got to pay for it, but it's just such a great trip, really.
Yeah. And I think, and anyone that's watching that thinks, oh, actually, I'd like to do a liverboard, but I can't dive. Obviously, you do need to come out onto a liverboard as a qualified diver.
Yeah.
But now you only need to be an open water diver. There's one of our clients, he's doing his advanced on the boat whilst he's on it. So there's a possibility of people doing that. But if you want to learn to scuba dive, then our Gozo scuba diving trip is certainly one to go and have a look at. And it is, it's one of my favorite trips. I know one of your favorite trips as well, David.
Well, I'm there this summer. It's great. People learning to dive, and experienced divers coming out too, because it's just a great place to dive anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I think I'll put a link up to the Gozo trip into the comments. But yeah, I think it's certainly a trip. If you want to learn to scuba dive, you're guaranteed good weather out there.
There's always somewhere nice and calm to dive as well because of the island,
and it's warm. Like
lovely accommodation again. It's very relaxing.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing. Like again, I think it's quite a cheap trip for the quality that you get, the quality of the diving. The hotel is incredible.
The instructors are great. Every time we wouldn't go otherwise, but they're just so good. And they clearly love their job. So it just transmits to anyone who's a bit nervous can see, look, this is going to be a great thing to do.
Yeah. So if you want to learn to scuba dive, then Gozo is a great trip for you to go and have a look at. Hi, Louise. How are you? Hope you're well. But also as well, like we've had people who have come out that their partners, they've wanted to learn to scuba dive, and their partners haven't.
Yeah.
And they've and then they've just hung around by the hotel, sat by the pool.
And the beach is lovely, and it is where we stay. It's like a little village, really, just by the sea. So you've got all the families are down there. It's not just tourists. It's everyone goes to the little beach, don't they? Swims around.
Kev goes and gets his ice cream every day.
Exactly. Lovely little restaurants, little dotted around by the bay. It's just gorgeous.
So if you're thinking of learning to scuba dive and you think actually us talking about a liverboard has enticed you into thinking that might be something for you in the future, then do check out that Gozo trip. We've got trips running this year. You're doing one in August. I'm doing one in September. So we've got, plenty. I think there's one in June as well. So
it's usually 3.
So there's normally 3 a year. I've let Dave have one this year again. So
lucky me.
But
I love it.
But obviously, if that is something you're wanting to do, this year or next year, then don't book it today. Wait for National Bucket List Day on Friday and grab yourself a deal on that as well. I guess you're looking forward to going to Nepal.
I am. Doing the Annapurna, so it's my favourite trek over there. I mean, Nepal is fantastic anyway, but that one has really got a hold of my heart. Really, I just love it. And I think is it the 6th time probably. I don't know how many more I've got in me, but I am really looking forward to that as well. And it'd be so different going from below sea level to 5,600 meters or whatever it is. It's going to be very different.
Yeah, and then I'm certainly looking forward to Ecuador and the Galapagos. I literally cannot wait for that trip. Again, that's a trailblazer trip.
Yeah.
So
explain that. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, when we run a trip for the first time, we call it a trailblazer trip. It's always got a trailblazer trip is always guided by one of us, and it's kind of we launch the trip cheaper than it should be, because we kind of want people to understand that it is the first one.
Yeah.
And we might make some changes to it, and we kind of want your guys' opinions on the trip of, did you think it was
this
a good enough trip?
thing?
Was it the right thing? Was the accommodation good enough? Like, how could we improve it? So that's the idea of a trailblazer trip. Obviously, the South Africa, Best of South Africa trip, when that launches on Friday, that also is going to be a trailblazer trip as well, because it'll be the first one that we've done. And generally, we kind of sometimes we'll have a photographer on there as well, so we're getting marketing stuff. So it's a brilliant way of getting, again, a slightly cheaper trip. So our trailblazer trips, as I said, are always discounted because it is the first time we've run it. I don't think we've ever had a bad one, have we?
Not that I've run, Keith.
No. Oh, you got that.
Was a trick question, was it?
But
no, I don't think we have.
I don't think we have ever had.
No.
We've never had a bad one. We've
actually just tweaked a couple. According to feedback, but there's never been bad.
No,
because people go into it with the right frame of mind. Oh, this is a bit cheaper. It might be a bit clunky in parts, but actually we can put that right. And it becomes a group kind of challenge really to sort it out. And it's never much. It's just a tweak.
Yeah, and it may be like the order we do things, or I know there was one the other day, I think it might have been the Sri Lanka one. It was, at the time, which time are we going to do the safari? Like, do we do it in the morning or do we do it later in the afternoon? And it's just little things like that. But, it's gauging your guys' opinions as well, because, we put an itinerary together, and actually it might be too full on. There might be too much stuff in it, or it might be that actually you
don't feel an afternoon and you just want to fit. Costa Rica, that was a year last January, with fantastic trip, trailblazer. I took it. Alan Alfaro, the guide, absolutely brilliant. And what we did on the trip as we were going along, we took his advice and actually just moved a couple of things, and now that's the trip. And it was just, everybody loved it. But it's just slightly modifiable if necessary. So
and there's been other Costa Ricas that have gone out since that have then used use the new itinerary, if you like. So that's the idea of the Trailblazers. If you head to our website, if that's of interest to anyone, there is I need to try and find it on the website now. But there is a form that you can fill out under the Trailblazer section that means that you then get sort of first dibs on all of those trips. So if you're on the Trailblazer list, then you get to know that a new one's coming about. But just out of interest, what have we got? So at the minute we've got Trailblazer trips. We've got obviously Ecuador and Galapagos is a Trailblazer. Langtang is a Trailblazer. Best of Belize in Guatemala.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
Is a trailblazer. Best of Bhutan.
Yeah, I think another one.
Best of Mauritius.
Yeah.
So there are some trailblazer trips that still have spaces on. And obviously they are still at that lower price anyway. So if one of those trips takes your fancy, go and have a look at the trailblazers, and you'll see the trips on there. If you go under the website, go under collections and head down to trailblazers, all the trips are listed there. And then on Friday, the South Africa trip will be joining that list as well. Well, it's been very quiet for questions tonight.
Yeah, I think
people have said hello, but
yeah, they like to say hello.
no one's got any questions for us.
No.
Obviously, Tom's put his hand up to say he's booking the Best of South Africa, but we kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Lindsay's probably hiding in the corner saying that she's not going to book it. Just talking, telling herself, no, don't do
I'm
it.
not doing it. Don't ask me. Oh no.
And then we all know what's going to happen on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
if there aren't any questions from anyone, you've got to go climbing in a minute.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
I need to finish doing some work on the South Africa trip, ready to get it launched for Friday on the website.
You've got a bit of packing to do as well, by the look of it.
Packing to do. Yeah, packing. I'm still waiting for some Amazon parcels, so I need to wait for them to arrive for pack. But yeah, but you will see Dave and I from the Maldives next week.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a few photos of us on Facebook and Instagram next week. We'll be pinging them through to Lauren so she can show you what it all looks like.
Wearing our sarongs, won't we?
I'm not taking it wrong. Not today. Not this week.
Not this time.
But yes. Right, so have a great Wednesday evening, and we will be back. Well, where are we now?
Oh,
we'll probably struggle at the end of next month.
I think I'm
away.
Worth away. I think
we might have to do one from Spain.
Oh, we can do one from there. That'd be great.
Beginning of June, we'll do the next Ask the Experts from Spain,
good.
And then hopefully there is an Ask the Experts question. But I'm going to leave you with our Annapurna circuit video, just so Dave can remind himself with his dementia of what it looks like. So you can work out where he needs to go. But thanks ever so much, everyone, for watching. If you watch this afterwards and you do have any questions, stick them in the comments, because the team will answer it as well. So don't think because you've missed the live you can't ask a question. If you've got anything to ask, please do add it then. And we'll be back soon with another one. Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.